It's game day 4 at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. Tunisia hoping for an upset that would lift them into the quarter-final spots and see them leapfrog Cameroon, silver medalists 2 years ago. Welcome along to Bamako, Mali from me, Tim Long, alongside former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch. The battle for the quarter-finals really heating up here on the penultimate day of the group stage. As you see the two teams positioned there either side of the cut-off. Cameroon just in 4th at the moment by virtue of points differential. Tunisia also 1 and 2 though in 5th and hoping to jump ahead of them. They started with a big defeat to host Mali but responded with a big win over the Central African Republic. Then came a narrow and valiant defeat to one of the tournament favourites, Angola, on game day 3, losing by just 7 points, 62-55. Cameroon, on the other hand, begun with a 22-point defeat to the Angolans and a tough 3-point loss to the Ivory Coast in the closest game of the tournament, before finally getting a win a couple of days ago, demolishing the Central African Republic by 52. So both of these teams, as we've seen, locked at 1 and 2. Cameroon with the edge, a crunch matchup, Roy. The winners likely to go to the quarter-finals, the losers possibly out of the competition.
Dead right, Tim, and really you have to say Cameroon had the stuffing knocked out of them by that 3-point loss against the Ivory Coast in one of the most defensively intense games we've had for a long, long time. And on the other hand, Tunisia must be boosted by only losing by 7 or so to Angola, one of the favourites for the competition. So perhaps the psychological edge may even belong to Tunisia.
Let's pause for a few moments now for the national anthems of Tunisia and Cameroon. It's game day here again at the FIBA AfroBasket Women 2017. Cameroon facing off against Tunisia in a crunch clash in Group A that will go a long way to shaping the quarterfinals qualification picture. Former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch alongside me, Tim Long, for this one. And Roy, these two neck and neck, and we see already the potential significance of playing for each and every point, because it's points differential that separates them at the moment, but ultimately will be the result of this game.
Yeah, if there's a tie for positions, then the teams involved in the tie forget all the other games. And if it's a two-way tie, then the result involving the two teams is the one decisive factor. So this game so important. Cameroon, they played wonderful defense against Ivory Coast and lost. That was one of the most spectacular, most intense defensive games I've seen in a long time. And they haven't replicated that since.
As we see the Cameroon roster, you look to the number 9, Ramses Lonlac, top scorer en route to the final a couple of years ago for them. She's some way off on numbers from that in this competition at the moment. Ada Achiri, another key player at number 12, 11 points, 6.7 rebounds, 1.3 blocks and a steal per game as well, doing a bit of everything. Ramses Lonlac at the moment averaging 9.3 points per game, but shooting just 25% from the field.
Yeah, she's a quality player, Lonlac, and the whole team seems to revolve around her. But I think Cameroon's problems may have started even before they arrived here in Mali, you know, because they had they were annihilated by Australia. Okay, Australia silver medalists in the Asian Championships recently. But just listen to the score: Australia 82, Cameroon 28. That cannot have done their motivation any good at all.
We see the Tunisia team roster there, the number 5, Huda Hamrouni, just 23 years of age, their standout young player, averaging a team-high 15 points in just 19 minutes per game so far. She's shooting 54% from the field, also pulling down 5.7 rebounds. And Salma Nasria, who was right down the bottom of that list, is a key role model to a number of the young players on that Tunisian roster, and she's had a good tournament so far as well. 8.3 points, 6 boards, 1.3 blocks per game.
Yeah, another problem or one of the problems for Tunisia. They've been involved in a couple of blowouts. They lost heavily to Mali. They drew the short straw of playing in the first game against the home side in front of, let's say, a vociferous crowd. And then I'm not sure that a big win, 96-51 against the Central African Republic, will have done them any good as well. It's much better you learn more about your players, coaches do, in tight situations. And I'm sure that Guy Mudio, coach of Cameroon, will have learned an awful lot from that 3-point loss against the Ivory Coast.
We're just a few moments away from getting this one underway, and potentially one of the most significant, if not the most significant games we've had here in the group stages so far between the two groups. There are 2 groups of 6 teams. The top 4 from each group will make it through to the quarterfinals lineup, and the seeding's important as well, because first from one group plays 4th from the other, and so on. So there are a few key battles later on that will have a huge impact on seeding. But this one is about more than that. It's about a place in the quarterfinals. The winner likely to be there.
Yeah, we know the other group 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the Democratic Republic of Congo and Guinea won't be there. But we don't yet know the complete lineup of this group.
It might as well be about who deals better with the pressure. They will very much be aware of the situation in terms of the standings. And you talk about that crunch atmosphere, that crunch pressure, and you look at the 2 sets of players, and Tunisia full of young players, Cameroon there full of players who went with them all the way to the title game a couple of years ago, and that could have an impact.
It's strange, Tim. You look at the map of Africa, and all of the talent seems to be on the left-hand side of the map, if you get my drift, the west. It's the likes of Cameroon, Mali, Ivory Coast, and there doesn't seem to be any representative in top-class basketball in African women's basketball from the likes of Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, and well, I suppose the only exception to that is Mozambique on the right-hand side of the map.
There's the key players for either team that we've talked about already. Huda Hamrouni, young star for Tunisia, and Ada Achiri for the Cameroon, in double figures. Both of them grabbing close to 6 rebounds per game as well.
I've just had a thought, Tim, I'll rephrase that. Egypt are on the right side of the map as well, aren't they? So, and they are in the quarterfinals.
Egypt with the youngest team at the competition, shocking a few other teams. Mohamed Riyad Ben Abdallah, head coach of Tunisia. Guy Mudio, head coach of Cameroon for this one. Here we go then, a hugely significant Group A matchup in prospect at FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. Both sides 1 and 2. Cameroon currently with the edge for the quarterfinals, but only by virtue of points differential so far. That could all change for the defending silver medalists if Tunisia here, competing at this tournament for the first time since 2011, can cause a big upset.
Tim, for the first time, well, not for the first time, sorry, I've seen Tunisia having to sort out their jewellery before the game. Surely the management has got to sort that out. They do it every game. And it still carries on. Someone's got something on they shouldn't have on.
It's Luberi going across to the bench. It's only the 4th time they've played in 5 days. You'd think they'd know by now. Here we go then, the opening tip. It's batted away straight out of bounds.
Well, Tunisia won that. And it must have been a deflection, and the referee said, no, we'll try that again.
So, a false start, and we'll have a take 2.
Oh, she threw it too high that time.
3rd time lucky, maybe.
The ball should go just out of reach of either jumper.
You see smiles on both of their faces, so we talked about how tense a matchup it's going to be. It's a good way to alleviate some of that tension on the opening tip. Now it's down to business. Sadek onto Ben Meklia. Tries to feed it inside. It was a well-angled pass. Well guarded, though, on the edge of the paint, and a foul call on Mbianja.
You said it, Tim, that was a well-angled pass. I'm amazed it got there. Passing to a player who's double-teamed.
Non-shooting foul, so the inbound from the baseline. Bounce pass right down the baseline. Good hesitation as well. Lovely pump fake and finish from Ben Meklia.
Well, that's criminal defence on an out-of-bounds play from Cameroon.
Lonlac driving into the near side of the paint, dishing it off. Mbianja back to Lonlac again. You can see already how athletic she is. Disrupted in the motion of shooting though, and it's flipped back up and in by Angie Rami.
Yeah, Tunisia forgot then that even though you get a block shot, that's not the end of the story. Got to grab the ball.
Tipped by Jadidi Misteri, just about keeping it in Tunisian possession. Nasria back to Jadidi Misteri, little head fake, turns to face the glass, misses the shot. Here goes Ramses Lonlac again.
Lonlac was wide open then.
She gets it over to Mbianja. There's the rebound. Nasria, a chance to push it down the floor.
That's called overcomplicating things.
Tipped out in the end by Lonlac. Sadak's inbound, Jadidi Misteri. Sadak bypassing Luberi.
Good defense, stopping the ball going inside, even if it's a foot violation.
Nasria onto Luberi. Shot clock into the final 10 seconds. Jalili Misteri. Nasria looking to go to work in the low post, just turned into the double team.
Not good recognition by the Cameroon defence there, because the low post player was well behind the backboard. She had no angle to get a shot away, so why foul her?
A couple of fouls on Cameroon already. This one a shooting foul, so at the line is Nasria, and missing. The numbers look fairly good, over 8 points, 6 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, but she's not shot the ball particularly well yet, especially for a big player playing close to the basket at this tournament, just 30% from the field. 1 of 2 on that trip to the foul line. Machiri, a little dish pass from Mbianji, and then it's knocked out of Rami's hands.
Again, great vision from Lonlac. She saw the player underneath wide open. Instead of taking a shot, she made the pass.
Forced to dribble out of bounds then, Monia Ben-Meklia.
Well, as one of our commentators has said many times this time, Teresa Radlova, keep the ball away from the sideline.
Valeji to Lonlac. Into the corner, this is Rami. Here goes Valeji, twisting and turning and trying to find a route to the rim. And there's the interception, Lonlac going all the way, misses the layup, would you believe, after doing the hard part. Their star player, still a chance to score though. Mbianji, well, she can't do it either. Achiri. Will it be third time lucky? Can they create another layup? Or they have to take something further away from the basket? They do. Pull up from the foul line, good for Valeji.
Well, that was so unlike Cameroon, missing 2 layups, but they bailed themselves out really by getting the offensive rebound.
No harm done in the end. Sadak to the corner, Luberi fires the 3. Valeji the rebound. There's a nice pass in the paint, and they miss another one. 3 missed layups. They grab the offensive rebound again, so they have the chance to earn them from the foul line now.
Well, I can't remember whether they missed a number of layups against the Ivory Coast, because we were concentrating on the defense, but that's unforgivable, missing so many layups at these early stages.
For a team that are quite tall, quite athletic as well.
And they've got a great pedigree.
Well, it has cost them, because Rami's missed the first foul shot. Unless, of course, they go and miss this one and grab a rebound. And they do, would you believe?
But they're having to work so hard to get a score.
Working overtime to try and get some points here. Spin into the paint. Back. A chance for 3 now for Lonlac. That one's off the mark. Saved. She balances in the corner. Achiri, hand off to Valeji. Valeji back to Achiri, will take on the long 2 and gets it. So finally they do get the 2 points that they had to work so hard for.
And so too did Tunisia, having to work hard, and eventually they couldn't stop the open jump shot.
Ben-Meklia into Luberi.
Great skill.
Showing Cameroon how it's done. Valeji, Lonlac moves it across to this side, back to Valeji. Longlac's on the move, trying to free herself on the far side. We'll find her now. Achiri comes back for another offensive ball for Valeji. Didn't have to do a great deal to get there. Lonlac, and now a 3. Short for Valeji.
All that with the player doing his shoelaces up on the halfway line.
Ben-Meklia, and there's a foul that's going to go against Rami. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter. Cameroon up only by 3 though. Tunisia possession, Hamrouni to inbound. Not seen a lot of her yet. Nasria puts it in. Tunisia making their layups first time. Kelechi to Umbianji. Umbianji to Longlak. Longlak the crossover. The spin, edge of the paint, finds a teammate. Ball on the floor towards the baseline, knocked away. And then the quarterback pass down the field, little hesitation, and thrown away by Lubiri.
The cavalry didn't arrive.
Missed 3 at the other end from Kelechi as well. Struggling to make their outside shots, Cameroon. They've missed a few now. Ben Meklia. A little bit more patience in this offense, perhaps. She spots a gap and bursts into it. This is the shot close to the basket, though. Wide open 3 at the other end. Another miss.
2-on-1 now.
Hamrouni, what can they do here with this fast break? Hamrouni does it all herself. Use the other player, Lubiri, as a decoy. Tunisia have the edge. Umbianji. Away from her, still going to be Cameroon ball.
Cameroon make a substitution. They just can't shake Tunisia off. In fact, 2 subs.
Kelechi on by Longlak to the far side. They'll keep on firing. They'll keep on missing from downtown. Khalifa into the game for Tunisia. Leads them with 3.3 assists per game so far. Here she is again. It's a nice enough pass to Hamrouni.
Almost a nice backdoor cut. It wasn't quite on. Cameroon bailed them out by committing the foul. Now Cameroon are slightly leaderless with Longlak on the bench.
Jadidi Misteri, Lubiri, hands it off to Hamrouni. Into Nasria, you get it knocked away, and then she'll play out to the double team as they closed her down to try and strip her of the ball. There goes Longlak, moving in off the baseline, back onto the left hand, misses the shot close to the basket again. They haven't paid yet for any of these missed shots from close proximity. They get possession again this time, calling for it inside as Bago Fabo puts it up, way off the mark. They pay for this one. Khalifa to Lubiri. Hamrouni calling for it far side, but the passing lane blocked off. Khalifa, they'll let her shoot. Jadidi Misteri, an offensive board at the other end. Nasria can't grab the handle on the ball, and here come Cameroon in transition now. 3-on-3 fast break. Low catch, but Longlak will step in. It's not happening for her yet.
Difficult to believe that we've got the defending silver medalists here. They're so lacking in confidence.
8 points in just 8 minutes. Hamrouni's 3. Neither team can hit one from the outside. Here's another chance in transition. Longlak, she'll pull up again. Similar spot, different outcome. And she needed that one, and so did Cameroon.
Oh, that's a great fake.
Nasria to the basket. Another layup blown, but she'll get it in the second bite of the cherry.
Good old-fashioned high post play there, and the steal.
Khalifa. Nasria. The handoff to Hamrouni. Screen for Jadidi Misteri, who receives the ball, puts it on the floor. Twisting and turning and trying to find a route towards the basket. Too much twisting and turning.
Referee had a choice, travel or 3 seconds.
At the other end, we just saw the first basket for Lonlak, who'd missed her first 5 shots in the game. 1 of 6 now. Final minute of the first, Tunisia by 3. Valeji off to Chassis. Valeji, and then Fuller, and a whistle.
And an offensive foul.
So Tunisia, an opportunity to end the first quarter with the lead if they can convert here. It should be enough for the edge.
Problem with the table.
(13-10) the lead for Tunisia, 42 seconds remaining in the first. It's been a low-scoring, tight contest.
Story of Tunisia's tournament so far, low scoring.
Cameroon have had so many opportunities, though, close to the basket that they've not taken. Although most of those times they've made amends with the offensive rebounds.
And Cameroon get together just to discuss what's going wrong. In fact, so do Tunisia. There's a problem with the table. I think it's something to do with the team fouls.
We've got Cameroon already at the limit. Tunisia with just 1 foul in the quarter. Khalifa handing off, drive towards the baseline, spin move Luberi, difficult shot, wouldn't go, contested all the way by Lonlak, who runs away with the ball now in transition. Lonlak stops and pops, but misses. Another offensive rebound, and this time a foul.
Well, Coach Bodie was convinced that was all ball, the block. So too, the player who was given the foul.
Tough to take for Benamur.
Even tougher now.
First one good for Tia Valeji. 8.7 points per game so far at this tournament, although another who's not been shooting the best percentage, just 28% from the field, but she gets 100% from the line. And we're going to have a timeout with the shot clock turned off at the end of the first quarter. 20 seconds remaining. Tunisia lead by just 1, 13-12 over Cameroon.
This is not the Cameroon that won the silver medal last time. They were so confident going into that final. They were involved 2 years ago in a lot of low-scoring games, but came out on top of them. Involved in a low-scoring game here. Okay, it's very early on, but they're trailing by 1 point against a team that they should really, more highly rated, they should really be fairly comfortable with. But all credit to a gallant Tunisia. They're very well organised.
Players from other teams watching on and wondering perhaps who they would face in the quarter-finals. Cameroon, of course, were on home court when they reached the final 2 years ago, hosts of the tournament in 2015. They've made 10 appearances at this competition. That was the first time they'd reached the title game. They've never finished outside of the top 8. So if they lose here today, it could be their worst ever performance at these championships.
Alabash Tunisia, some up-court pressure from Cameroon.
Huda Hamrouni. Tunisia with the lead by 1, trying to keep it before the interval. There's the drive from Khalifa. Misses the shot. The tip wouldn't quite fall either. Only 2 seconds to shoot, and they're not going to get it away in time. So Tunisia will have the edge, although the slenderest of edges at the end of the first quarter. A low-scoring game and an exciting one with plenty on the line. Tunisia 13, Cameroon 12 at the end of one. Two places on the line at this tournament for the Women's Basketball World Cup in Spain next September. Cameroon, one of the teams who would have been hoping to be in that final, having done so 2 years ago, but struggling at the moment here. And you see the trouble from the outside for both teams. Cameroon 0 of 5, Tunisia 0 of 3. But the edge for Tunisia comes with one extra basket inside.
First team really to find their range from distance. Should blow this game wide open. In a low-scoring game, most points being scored so far from scrambling moves. Like that one. Good footwork. There it is again. Lovely fake. She kept her pivot foot down.
Bit of poise in the paint on both ends of the floor.
Rather over-elaborate there.
It has been a bit of a scrap, a bit of a tussle. And it's only going to get tenser over the course of the next 3 quarters. Nasria leading the way of scoring with 5 points for Tunisia, 6 points for Valeji to lead the way for Cameroon. Start of the second quarter, Tunisia by 1. They'll try and grab another offensive rebound, but Hamrouni comes away with it. And now at pace, Khalifa, Ubiri. Clinging on, looking to go to work. Right then left, tricked herself. Still got it though, shot clock with 5 seconds remaining. She fires it in. The turning shot will fall for Ksari Bayai.
It's always great when you score off something that you haven't designed.
Well, knocked away and recovered on the baseline, but with a foot on the line. Tunisia by 3. One lack to inbound. They knock it away, Tunisia. Quick release down court was too quick.
Knock it away and then give it away.
Ubiri upset with herself. Cross-court pass for Senna. Longlak moving to the corner, created a bit of room for a teammate Fuller, but the ball was knocked away. It's going to be an inbound from the baseline for Cameroon for Anne-Marie Senna. The referee's just doing a bit of sorting out here first. Ubiri is going to go to the bench for Tunisia. Trusting in turning as Mfula, trying to find a pass inside, but it was too high to handle for Chassis.
I hope Ubiri is not on the Tunisian bench because she dribbled rather a lot in the last offense. I mean, she wasn't under an awful lot of pressure, and eventually she made a superb pass, and they scored from it. I hope the coach hasn't chastised her for hanging on to the ball for too long. She was under a lot of pressure.
There's pressure there from Game Yenu, but a foul called on her as the ball went in towards Benamir. In the corner, Khalifa trying a very difficult pass, found a way to pick out her teammate, and her teammate, Sori Spy, found a way to pick out the net.
And a bit of a fist bump as well after the score.
Three-point shot, can they finally get one to go? Yes, they can. From downtown for Cameroon, having missed their first 5. The gap close to 2.
That's good pressure defense from Cameroon.
Recovered at centre court by Smatak. The ball on the floor, Khalifa. Just inside the corner of the paint. Pressure on her as well. Cameroon can't quite come up with it though.
But Cameroon have upped the ante on defense now.
Rooney left unguarded on the perimeter. Still no three-pointer for Tunisia. Asena. Off the mark from the corner of the paint. Quick release on down the floor. There's 2 of them. Has to be an easy 2 for Hamrouni, and it is. Longlak left with a free passage into the paint, and she gets it to go with the contact. It's been a tough game for her so far, just 1 of 7 before that. A chance to complete a 3-point play now.
But it takes a lot of courage to go to the hoop under those circumstances. She saw the contact coming. And she's not the biggest player in the world, but she's certainly got a lot of guts.
Chance to take tally for the game to 5. Only averaging 9.3 this tournament. She was averaging 18 points per game at the Olympic qualifying tournament in Nantes. Three-point shot. Too long. Rebound Longlak. Here she goes, bursting down the floor. Options left and right. She goes to the right. Reverse layup was really difficult. Longlak trying to pick up the pieces. And then playing out from the baseline was Sori Spy. Hamrouni free.
Well, she tried to use good old-fashioned English or spin on the ball there, but she missed everything. Right idea, just wrong execution.
She got her way down the baseline, but found herself caught a little under the backboard. Longlak. Cross-court pass to Asena. Back out towards Longlak, although she has to scramble for it. Thinking about the shot, takes it on, has to take it on in the end, and almost backed it in at the end of the shot clock. They get the fresh 14 now after it touches the rim. Here's Longlak, better shooting position, still can't take advantage.
Yeah. There was a foul before the shot there, so it should be in line. There's the foul.
We are going to have an inbound from the baseline. 19-17 Tunisia lead.
That's what Cameroon have got in the form of an out-of-bounds play. Another stack. We've seen this a few times in this tournament. We've seen better execution.
Senna passing out now. Chassis across to Longlak, drives in, left hand, tries to adjust, finds her teammate. Open look at the end of the shot clock, although off balance and off the mark.
And 24-second violation. Tunisia just will not be shaken off. Another shoelace problem.
Sadak is the player who will inbound.
That's not the best inbounds pass I've ever seen. No one was working to get free.
She was able to find Nasria. Nasria can't find a teammate though. She's blocked off under the hoop.
Held ball, and it is Tunisia possession.
And they got away with that.
Did indeed. Normally Tunisia very alert to any inbound situation, but they all stood still then.
Let's see if there's a bit more movement for Mosaddaq this time. She's struggling. Eventually gets it in. Right hand, little hook off the backboard, good for Ksauri Spy, who's playing well. Four-point lead for Tunisia. Senna. Rumbianji finds the open player. The closeout was from Nasria, put off the shooter. And Rooney, 3-on-2, but there's the help defense coming back from behind to make it 3-on-3.
It's a little early for showtime.
A cheery left-hand layup missed by Cameroon. How many times have they missed a layup and grabbed the offensive rebound? And there's the big rejection from Rooney, but it's still Cameroon ball. They'll fire a three wide of the mark.
No outlet pass on there. And that's how to stop the fast break. Just kick it. Or one of the ways anyway.
Across the midway point of the second quarter, Tunisia by 4 as we see the rejection from Rooney. Here she is on the offensive end, the handoff to Khalifa. Screen set by Nasria. Khalifa left unguarded on the perimeter as that screen moved away. I don't think Tunisia have got one yet from the outside. They're 0 of 5 now.
And sadly for Tunisia, there was a definite mismatch inside then. They couldn't make use of it.
Another miss from the outside for Cameroon from Senna. Rooney calling for this. Khalifa clings onto it, finds Nasria instead. Turns corner of the paint, wants to go one-on-one here. Right then left. Can't utilise a soft touch. Rumbianji feeds it into the low post. They pass back out. Rumbianji to the corner. Shot clock down to 5 here. They'll fire up the 3 short. And now a chance to burst down court here.
It's a soft pass. Zing it in there.
Mosaddaq not making the most of it. Rumbianji. Chassis to the far side. Another 3, another miss, another offensive rebound. Rumbianji faking the pass one way, scrapped by Benku.
In defence of Tunisia, and it is a small defence, they're having trouble with their own glass. They're playing a zone, and it's not the easiest thing to do to box out against the zone, or when you're playing a zone rather.
They can ill avoid an injury to Nasria here, who's down hurt, clutching a knee. No doubt one of their 2 key players, along with Rooney.
Yeah, she's getting more than a fair share of rebounds, both ends of the floor.
She's got 5 points in the game as well so far. We're going to have a timeout with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. We've got a close game on our hands here. Tunisia 21, Cameroon 17.
Backs here, we screen the top of the zone. We screen the top of the zone to bring the ball here. We need that ball in the pen. We need that ball in the pen.
Let's go, yeah. We need a score. We need a score.
So in a close game,
let's go.
Both coaches have 1 timeout left in the first half.
Huda Rooney, 4 points, 4 rebounds so far. We We highlighted her as their main player before the game. She's 2 of 4 from the field for those 4 points. A steal as well to add to her stat line. But it's their other star player that there was a bit of concern about. Nasria, though, is back on the court and looks okay to continue.
The simplest of out-of-bounds plays. Pass and shoot.
Ada Achiri. Rooney into Nasria. Step back, long range 2. She's certainly all right. Achiri able to play a second pass back to Mbianji.
The rebound went off the floor. It's might be good boxing out, actually.
Nasria. Mekli is looking for the backdoor cut, forced to come the other way and grab it on the perimeter. Into Nasria now. Baseline, pass back out. Long 2 is on. They'll drive inside, try and get the higher percentage shot. Off the mark though, Kuksori Spy, who's their leading scorer in the game with 7.
Kuksori Spy certainly likes powering away to the hoop. It's got great high post moves.
Mbianji, final 2 minutes of the half, 4-point Tunisian lead still, tipped out of bounds by Kuksori Spy. Achiri. Off it goes to Velegi, back out to the perimeter for 3, that falls really short from Achiri.
And the shot clock violation.
She's not happy. Cameroon can't be happy right now, 19 points in over 18 minutes of play. Although they only trail by 4, it's been a very low scoring game.
There should be a better team than scoring a point a minute.
Nasria slips through Hamrouni's fingers, but she's able to grab it. Shot clock down to the final few seconds, and she heaves one up that falls well short. We've got a timeout with just 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining at the end of the first half. Tunisia still by 4. We've gone a while without a score. They lead 23-19 over Cameroon.
Well, I know Cameroon had an intense preparation period for this, and they are looking extremely weary. I'm not sure what Tunisia did in the form of preparation, but they're looking quite sprightly, actually. This, okay, a long time ago, but if it continues like this, then this will be one of the surprises of the tournament.
Well, Tunisia only qualified because of Morocco's withdrawal from this competition, although they have been playing in the ongoing Arab Championships in Cairo.
If one could mix the discipline of Tunisia and the youthful enthusiasm of Egypt, you'd have a pretty good team, I'll tell you.
Two teams both hoping to be in the quarterfinals. And at the moment, looking like they both very well could be. That's Tunisia with the edge in this one at the moment, but narrowly by 4 points. 23-19 as we come back off the back of the timeout. Almost a turnover force straight away. Cameroon get it to the corner, still 10 seconds to work with. Awkward shot, but it goes for Tia Velegi. So it's a 2-point game, final minute of the second quarter. Hamrouni hands it off to Ben Meklia. Nasria looking to set a screen. Ben Meklia around it to the foul line, puts it up and puts it in.
Great use of traffic there. There was no actual screen set. She just hit the hole and hit the jumper.
Final 30 seconds, 4-point differential. They'll try and get a 3 here to close the gap to 1, and they do, as Senna, just their second 3 of the game. Nice pass, Luberi, and the layup good for Xori Spy, who continues to score. Final 10 seconds of the first half, 3-point Tunisian advantage, and there's a foul with 6 seconds remaining on the game clock.
Actually, that's good use for a foul. It's not a shooting foul. Inline ball, Cameroon. And they had a very simple out of bounds about a minute ago. Pass and shoot. Let's see if they do the same again with 6 seconds remaining in the half. And on that occasion, Tunisia just didn't concentrate. They allowed an open shot. Let's see if they do it again.
Bianchi up to the perimeter to Valleggi.
Ooh, handoff.
But they have to take the shot now. It's now or never.
Yeah, she was looking for the foul, didn't get it.
So at the half, Tunisia up by 3. It's been a close game throughout. They lead Cameroon 27-24. Very low scoring game indeed. Nasri had an injury concern in that first half before finishing with 7 points. They're led by the 8 of Xori Spy, as we see the shooting percentages and various other stats here. Cameroon 22 turnovers, Tunisia 17. I beg your pardon, rebounding numbers, turnovers 9-7, and scoring just 27-24. One of the lowest scoring games we will have at this competition in the group stage. Nice move off the baseline from Ben Meklia, who has 4 points. And it has remained a single-digit game throughout the course of the first half. And remember, so much on the line. The winner likely to go through to the quarterfinals. The loser likely out of the competition. At half-time, Tunisia 27, Cameroon 24. Well, what a tight game we have on our hands for a place in the quarter-finals here at the 2017 Women's AfroBasket in Bamako, Mali. Neither team has led by more than 5 points. That the largest lead for both so far. Tunisia and Cameroon at the half separated by just 3. Tunisia 27, Cameroon 24. The Tunisians led by the 8 points of Story Spy, who's 4 of 5 from the field. They've also had 7 from Nasria, who had an injury concern in that first half, but will and has continued. And Cameroon, as we see some of their players warming back up for the start of the second half, 8 points from the number 10, Tia Valeji. 3 of 5 from the field, leads the way for her. But you look at the shooting of the two teams and the fact that Cameroon only trail Roy by 3. They've shot 27% from the field, Tunisia 46%. That low shooting percentage for Cameroon won't continue, surely.
Well, you said through some words there, Tim, along the lines of Cameroon only trail by 3, but I tell you what, I don't think anybody in this arena expected that. Okay, they might have expected Cameroon to be leading by 3 at half-time, but it's a case almost of how the mighty have fallen, and the words feather in the cap of the Tunisians come to mind. What a great job so far by Coach Abdallah. Remember, Cameroon came into this as the defending silver medalist, and Tunisia, well, should not be on the same court as them, really, as far as records are concerned. A great job so far at half-time by Tunisia.
As part of that 27% shooting percentage, they've hit 2 of 13 from downtown. Tunisia may have shot 46%, but they're 0 of 7 from downtown, so neither team really getting it going from 3-point range. Shooting just 10% combined from beyond the arc. Another number that surely will change in the second half.
Well, 2 years ago, Cameroon beat Nigeria in the semi-final, 71-70, to make that final against Senegal. And so far, from what we've seen, Cameroon are not in the same level as Nigeria. And what a difference 2 years makes.
It has been a struggle for them here. And we know that a place in the quarter-final awaits the winners.
Both teams 1 win, 2 loss. You can make the quarter-finals with 2 wins. Depends on other results, of course.
It's now or never for Cameroon to step up. There's some young Tunisian players there who are desperate to reach the quarter-finals.
Always interesting to note the difference in styles between North Africa and, let's say, Mid-West Africa. Athleticism. I don't think I'm insulting the Egyptians at all to say that Cameroon looked far more athletic. Tunisia have a couple of bigger players, and they're certainly making use of their bulk tonight on the boards.
We're ready to start the second half with Tunisia leading by 3 points, 27-24. Longlack. Back out to the perimeter, Valeji. Mbianji. Knocked away, recovered on the baseline, but no. It's going to be a turnover. And Roy, just looking down at our stat sheet that we receive at half-time, this is a phenomenal stat for you. Points in the paint. If this is correct, Cameroon 0 of 7 in the paint.
That is astonishing. But you look at the athleticism out there. Then again, there is an intimidation factor on the Tunisian lineup, and that's number 15, Salma Nasri. Very intimidating young lady inside. Covers a lot of paint.
As far as Tunisia are concerned, they hit 6 of 7 in the paint in the first for 12 points. A huge differential. Still no score at the start of the second half, and Zamon's thrown underneath the backboard, but a foul called on Nasria.
We really should be just waiting for Ramesses Longlack to take over. Quality player that she is. The leader on the team. Everything goes through her hands. So far, a comparatively quiet time.
Well, here's another standout stat for you, Roy. She's 2 of 11. 4 points so far. She has not shot the ball well at this championship. 25% from the field over the first 3 games, and then 2 of 11 so far here.
Well, I've said it before, I do question the propriety of taking on a team like Australia in preparation. Go for a team that you're going to have, maybe you might lose, but you might lose a close game, but it must be so demoralising to lose by 60 points.
Cameroon still can't get it going. Just the 1 point scored in this half so far. It's closed the gap to 2. Ben Meklia. Sori Spy. And then Sadak. Ben Meklia. She's going to drive in, kicks it to the corner. 3 on the baseline, good pump fake, got the defence in the air, and she puts it in, and that's Tunisia doing the damage in the paint again.
And what's more, very late in the shot clock. Again, demoralising for the defence.
They don't look as big, they don't look as athletic, but they've been cleverer in and around the paint. That's a good move, though, at the other end for Cameroon.
She had to work very hard for it, under pressure.
Sori Spy looking for the handoff and then faked it, went the other way, found a bit of room, misses the shot.
That's a shame, because that was a lovely low, high post move as well. Fake and drive.
Longlak getting harassed, threw it back.
Well, the referee was right on spot there. We're on the halfway line. I didn't see a Tunisian player touch that.
Me neither, we'll see it. Well, we don't see that, but it looked like it should have been a backcourt violation. Here's Longlak. Can she get going in the second half? Corner of the paint, off the mark for Achiri.
The Tunisians believe in their defence.
They're the team with a spring in their step right now. They might only have a 2-point lead, but they look confident.
That is the only good factor for Cameroon. They're trailing, but only by 2. Could break this game open any moment now.
Uberi trying a difficult pass.
Would have been a nice bounce pass.
So energetic, Tunisia right now.
Yeah, and look at them talking to each other. Come on, give me some help. And that's not a negative comment. That's an encouragement to her teammates.
Sori Spy going to the bench. Achiri. Valeji to the edge of the paint. Saved on the baseline by Longlak. He missed the second shot. Grab another rebound.
Great hustle.
Sadak. Ben Meklia going all the way to the baseline, laying it up and in.
Nothing if not direct.
Tunisia doing in the paint what Cameroon can't. Longlak trying to put the moves on Ben Meklia, putting the moves on the entire defence.
That's more like the Ramses Longlak we know.
She's back in business.
That stirred her into greater things.
2-point game, 6 minutes remaining in the third. Ben Meklia, see nice moves attacking the basket at both ends of the floor then. That one from Nasria, quick catch and shoot off the mark.
Just over-ambitious. It's great to see a young team like Tunisia playing such good fundamental basketball. Nice high post play there. Even good old-fashioned basketball.
Longlak, she's going to shoot a 3 this time. Yeah. She's found her form.
Better late than never, Ramses Longlak.
5 quick-fire points for Longlak, having had just 4 in the whole of the first half. Nasria with an offensive foul.
Yeah. You're not going to get away with a hook like that. What did I do wrong, ref? Well, let's have a look. It's the elbow. There it is, yep. That's no flop.
The scoreline has been within 5 points either way the entire game, but for some time Tunisia have had the lead. Cameroon now have got their noses back in front. A chance to extend that here. A pirouette in the paint, off the mark. Offensive rebound though, and Fuller. And Badgia, and then back out to Lonlac, who can't continue to have the hot hand. Nasria. Hesitation, the layup, grabs the rebound. She'll go again, she'll miss again.
What a shame. That was a great pass. It looked like a great reverse layup initially as well. Spun off the glass, she got the rebound and then couldn't convert into her pains. She takes a break. That's number 15, Salma Benazri. And a great game so far. Just a short breather, I'm sure. We'll see her again pretty soon.
Right on the midway point of the third quarter, Cameroon by 1 in this vital matchup for a place in the quarterfinals. Lonlac going through, missing the shot. Ben Meklia, who now leads the way of scoring for Tunisia with 8 points. Hand off to Huda Hamrouni, who usually leads the way in scoring for them. Here she is, trying to add 2 to her tally. Rebound grabbed by Rami.
The dribbler didn't look for the rolling player, who was wide open just momentarily.
Lonlac, far corner of the paint. Shot falls short, so she's cooled down. 3 misses in a row now. Here's Luberi running into trouble.
I think we'll call that
up in a wrestling match.
I think we'll call that pass ambitious. Held ball, and it is Tunisia possession.
Ben Meklia getting free and finishes. How cool is she in the paint?
How cool. And where were Cameroon then? They were asleep.
Lonlac, the crossover towards the baseline. Back out corner of the paint. Rami trying to get closer to the basket, but called for a travel.
Indecision. The pass should have gone to Lonlac, instead of which the ball handler took 3 steps.
Four minutes of the third to play. 1 point game the other way now. Tunisia lead thanks to Ben Meklia, the player with the ball.
High post play again. Same results.
Banked in by Mefta. Off the bench to make an impact.
It's an often overlooked skill, the ability to play with your back to the hoop.
Lonlac to Mumbianja. Foul drawn as she aggressively attacks the paint.
Well, I'm not sure she was on her dominant hand then when she penetrated. No need for the foul. I don't think Bianja has the ability to change hands mid-air.
4 fouls on Tunisia now from 3.5 to go in this third quarter. Any foul on the defense will send Cameroon to the line. Bianja misses the first though. Gets the second.
Some full court pressure now from Cameroon. They need to do something to inject something.
Lonlac on Ben Meklia. Ben Meklia gets away but then runs into the rest of the defence.
Tunisia a little fortunate there to come up with possession. To come off a Cameroonian foot.
Meklia up against Lonlac once more. There's the cut.
Backdoor cut. Whoa. That raised the crowd.
Lightning fast Luberi getting in behind.
Off the ball skills.
Leggy back out, 3-point shot, Fula won't fall, rebound from her opposite number.
Mofta has taken over the mantle of rebounder for Tunisia. Nasri is on the bench.
Ben Meklia to Jalili Misteri, back to Luberi, who hit that last layup, putting the moves on the Cameroonian defence, and then the shot from Jadidi Misteri, well off the mark, chance to run in transition for Ledji.
That's a blocking foul. Yeah. She tried to draw the foul, but there was slight forward and definitely slight lateral movement as well. Good call, Mr. Referee.
(37-33). About 12.5 minutes to play to decide which one of these two will be in the quarterfinals and which won't.
I'm not going to ask you the last time a previous medalist didn't make the last 8, Tim, but it must have been a long time ago.
It must have been, and this would be Cameroon's worst ever performance if they were to lose this game at these championships and not make the quarterfinals.
Uh-oh.
Telegraphed all the way. Mbianji out to Lonlac for 3.
There she is again on the boards, Mefta.
Ben Meklia knocked away from her, she recovers, back to Hamrouni.
Oh my goodness me. That can only be described as a prayer shot and someone fouled her. There was no way, she wasn't even looking at the hoop when she threw it up.
You can see the emotions running at a high on the Tunisian bench, and it's a similar story on the Cameroon bench.
On your screen there, the Cameroonian huddle. Ramses Lonlac has got everyone together to say, come on, this is just not the way we play.
Jadidi Misteri at the foul line to try and give Tunisia that 4-point lead back that they had at the half, and does.
Also mystery, how Mystery was fouled there. Sorry about that.
It'll be a mystery how the silver medalists don't make the quarterfinals if it remains like this for the next 12 minutes of play. Mbianja for Ledji. Mbianja.
It was almost a good angle there to get the ball in, but the pass eluded. The player sealing his man off, or her man off.
Given a bit too much to do. Hamrouni over the top, too much to do as well for Mefta, trying to grab that entry pass, and here comes Lonlac, the pirouette, half court, the pull-up 3, the air ball.
It's not happening for Lonlac today, is it? It was a brief burst at the beginning of this quarter.
She hit a 3 and had a wonderful dancing move through the paint for a 2 in quick succession, but then I think she's missed 5 in a row since then.
Well, they say to good shooters, keep shooting.
She might yet get her moment to shine. It's only a 4-point game. Shot clock down to the final 5 seconds here. They've got to work quickly, Tunisia. Now they've just got to shoot. It doesn't go off the backboard.
Shot clock violation, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't get it away in time.
I'm not sure that would have been justice had that shot gone in. Then again, if you don't shoot, you don't score.
50.6 seconds remaining in the third. 4-point game still. Incredibly low scoring, incredibly tight and tense. I think 3 points is the closest game we've had so far.
57-54, Ivory Coast over
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Here they are locked in another tight battle, and that one will drop for Valedji.
It'll drop just.
14 for her now. Highest scorer in the game. Ben Meklia can't force that one in. She's done well in the paint before that. Here goes Luberi trying to put the moves on. She's getting fouled.
Again, just throwing the ball at the hoop and someone fouls her.
Tunisia quickly had 5 fouls in this quarter. Cameroon starting to catch them up.
top left-hand corner of your screen there, the Tunisian bench are going ballistic here. And by contrast, the Cameroon bench at the other end of the court. Looks like a graveyard there.
Rafa Lubiri at the line. And we're at a stage now with the score as it is and the time as it is, that each and every point could be critical. She misses the second one. Longlack reels it in, balanced over centre court. Valeji all the way through, the contact and the finish.
That may be the inspiration Cameroon need. They've got two, they've got a bonus. It will be tied if she scores this, with 5.5 seconds to go in the third quarter.
With Longlack having struggled, she's the player that's carried the scoring responsibility. 15 now. Final 5 seconds for Tunisia to try and get something away from centre court. Lubiri off the mark, might have been able to get a little bit closer than that. But at the half, or at the end of 3 rather, well, it couldn't be any tighter. The place in the quarterfinals on the line. Tunisia 40, Cameroon 40 at the end of 3.
The first game we've had when it's been tied after 3.
The 2 finalists of this competition will go to the Basketball World Cup in Spain next September, but this matchup tied at 40 is all about a place in the quarterfinals. You can see Tunisia doing their damage inside. They're 0 of 8 from downtown, but Cameroon hitting a few from 3-point range and hitting a few more from the line, and all those numbers translate into a tie game, 40-40.
Well, Coach Abdallah appears a little frustrated there, but the reality of the situation is that Tunisia are playing out of their skins against a team much higher ranked than them.
Yeah, Cameroon ranked 38 in the world, and Tunisia 62, so a good 24 places between them. The frustration, I imagine, is because they've led a 4-point lead from half-time slip. And now it's neck and neck heading into the all-important 4th.
There's a buzz in the crowd here. At last, they're seeing a tight game. Oh, I'll rephrase that. They've seen a couple, but not as tight as this.
Tunisia led by the 10 points of Ben Meklia, who's done very well inside against bigger opponents, 5 of 7. And they've got 8 points from Sori Spahi, although most of those in the first half, 7 from Nasria. And you look at Cameroon's numbers, 15 points for Ledji, 5 of 9, 6 rebounds as well. She's having a very good game. Longlack, their star player, 4 of 18 from the field, shooting 22%.
And Nasria is still on the bench, but she's on 3 fouls. Number 15 for Tunisia.
Will Longlack find her shooting range here in the 4th, as so often the star player does? Valeji, she's been the star so far.
Twinkling feet.
And puts it in and continues her good game. 17 points now. It's about double her average in this tournament.
That's the time to do it in a big game. Double your average.
Lubiri, she'll pull up for the central 3 and knock it down, and that is Tunisia's first of the game after missing their first 8 attempts.
That's how to use a front screen.
There goes Longlack, layup and in.
That is sheer quality, laying it up left-handed under pressure for a player with dominant right hand.
How important is timing in this sport? We talk about Valeji, this is the time for her to double her average. That was the time for Tunisia to hit their first 3, and that was the time for Longlack perhaps to get going as well.
Well, whatever Cameroon can do, Tunisia seem to have the answer.
All the ingredients boiling together in the fourth quarter to create what could be a blockbuster finish.
Be careful, don't carry the ball.
1 point game, Hamrouni hands it off, Ben Meklia. Nefta. Can't hit, trying to tip the rebound, saved over on the far sideline. They get a fresh 14 to work with. Khalifa thought about the three. Nefta, corner of the paint, final seconds of the shot clock, can't force it in. Rebound grabbed by Chassis.
Well, understandably so, the intensity has increased dramatically by both teams.
Longlak hoping to thrive off that, and she is doing. Back-to-back field goals for Cameroon star. Ben Meklia trying to answer back and can't. Rebound, Gain Yanu.
Rarely, no rebounders there for Tunisia at the wrong time, and the coach wants to talk about it. And there's a foul, and we'll have a Tunisian timeout, I'm sure.
Cameroon have the edge, having trailed for large parts of this game, although it's been incredibly tight the whole way.
Well, the coach has cancelled the timeout, but he wants to make a sub. He wants to get Nazria back in, I think, number 15. No, it's number 12 coming in, actually. Mugiri back in. No, it is 15. Well, he's replacing number 8, Mefti, with Nazria. And it is actually a timeout.
Timeout call with 7 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Cameroon by 46-45 over Tunisia, with a place in the quarterfinals on the line.
Well, we've had to wait for 4 days, 4 game days for a game like this, and we've got one. Trying to stay calm, Coach Abdallah. Let's put this into perspective. Remember, Tunisia only lost to Angola by 7.
Cameroon, we've talked about the close game they had against the Ivory Coast, the closest game of the tournament so far, a 3-point differential. These two locked in another close battle here.
What mystifies me, Tim, is there's been no repetition of the defensive intensity from Cameroon that they showed against the Ivory Coast. It was just awesome. Both teams, in fact, Ivory Coast and Cameroon. But where is that intensity on defense from Cameroon?
We had a look at Longlak's stat line there, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Doesn't really tell the whole story. 4 of 18 from the field over the first 3 quarters, but here in the fourth, she's stepping up to the plate. 2 of 2 so far. What more has she got in her locker for the final 7.5 minutes?
Nazria coming back in for Tunisia, number 15. She's on 3 fouls and over 7.5 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Tia Valeji, who still leads the way for Cameroon with 17, inbounds the ball. Chassis across to Longlak. Valeji to Longlak again, the 2 leading scorers. It's Valeji who's going to fire the 3. It looked good all the way. 20-point game for her.
That's how to share the basketball around.
Khalifa. Sadak. Into Nazria. Calling for it in the corner is Hamrouni. Nazria wants to go alone inside though and got blocked off by Mfula.
That's the first time I've seen her force it.
Valeji back. Gets it back, thinks about the 3 again, attacks her opposite number. It's Longlak who's locked and loaded on the perimeter this time, can't hit that one. 4-point Cameroon lead now. Tunisia led by 4 at the half. Would you believe the largest lead for both teams in this game is 5 points? Ribéry stops and spins on the baseline, can't get it to drop though. Quick release down the floor, and Mfula fouled, and that will give Cameroon the chance to make it largest lead of the game at 6.
Now the problem for Tunisia is they've just had a timeout and they're just not reacting to the coach's instructions. It's all Cameroon at the moment.
Huge 3-pointer not too long ago from Tia Valeji. Her first of the game. The rest of her scoring has come inside or from the foul line. 20 points though. to lead all scorers. Longlac up to 13 now. And the lead up to 6, largest of the day for Cameroon. Luberi to Hamrouni. Knocked away from her. It's all going wrong for Tunisia right now. Cameroon back to the foul line.
With respect, I suggest the coach needs another timeout. His team have just lost composure. Coach of Tunisia, that is.
Instead, we're going to have a change with Sori Spahi coming back in.
And I did question where the defense that we saw Cameroon play against the Ivory Coast was, and it's here now.
Fuller misses the first. In a crunch game, it's coming up to crunch time. She hits the second, 7-point difference. Another change.
Well, Nasri's going out again, still on those 3 fouls. So whatever the coach said to Nasri as he brought her back in, didn't work.
In fact, 4 fouls for Nasri now.
Oh, right.
She's picked up a
just
fourth.
got up, yeah.
Khalifa. So that's a big blow for Tunisia with still 6 minutes to play. One of their key players 1 foul away from being fouled out. Luberi steps aside from the corner and fires way over the top. Nothing going for Cameroon. Or for Tunisia, rather. Miss at the other end, Luberi. Khalifa. They just need a bit of composure now, a bit of leadership.
They're playing a lot faster than they would like to.
Shilly, bounce pass, fortuitous to come to Janini Misteri, but then a nice no-look pass from her, but into a crowded area. Not handled by Sori Spahi, and then a turnover.
A shot clock violation. Now, I just question that decision to take Nasri out. Okay, she's on 4 fouls, but she ain't going to score from the bench. And there's only 5 minutes to go.
Well, Hamrouni, we featured as their star player, is their leading scorer, 15 points per game in 19 minutes per game. Coming into this one, she's got just 4 points here. So Longlac has picked it up in the 4th. Can Hamrouni? They need a big contribution from her. She's on the bench as well at the moment. 3-point shot short for Chassis. Minutes to play. In the context of this game, a 7-point lead is massive, and it might just be more than that. Longlac bursting away and getting fouled by Luberi.
It's all about decisions at the moment, and Tunisia are making bad decisions. They've also just picked up their 3rd foul.
Fourth foul, I think.
That's just gone up to 4, yeah. Just look at the body language, and there's that 2nd timeout. Or is it? It's a timeout. Who called it?
There's a timeout just across the midway point of the 4th. Cameroon up by 7, 52-45, and a chance to extend that when we return.
Again, I can't believe Cameroon have just called this timeout. Why? They're all over Tunisia at the moment. Why help them out?
We shall see the impact of that in a few moments. The atmosphere is starting to pick up at the Palais des Sports as the local fans arrive to see Mali in action next against the Central African Republic, as they look to finish as high in their group as possible.
So we've got a few sadistic supporters, have we, to support Mali.
That one is going to be one-sided, I think, is the kindest way to put it. It will have an atmosphere worth savouring if you want to tune in for that one. And Foulette steps in for 2.
And push over the back to get the rebound. Spotted by the referee.
Just over 4.5 to play, the lead at 7, which is the largest lead of the game for either team.
Now, Tunisia played so well until about 3 minutes ago. They need something special now.
Shilly pushed it against the shins of her teammate. And here comes Longlak going coast to coast, dishing to Valegi.
And the pressure at last from Cameroon. What a quality pass there from Longlak.
Quality pass going the other way as well, but not a quality finish. It's all gone to pot for Tunisia. 9-point Cameroon lead. Here's Longlak. Going to go herself this time, or will go to the line to try and make it the first double-digit lead of the game.
It's as though a tap has been turned off. Suddenly Cameroon have woken up, established a 9-point lead. I wouldn't exactly say from nowhere, but Tunisia just can't handle it.
Locked level, 40-40 at the end of the third. The score in this fourth quarter, Roy, 14-5. 5 points for Tunisia in 6 minutes.
After playing so well. 7 for Tunisia is Ben Mekle urging her players to show more effort, but they're trailing by 10 now. No.
They've forced Cameroon into a bad day of shooting, Tunisia, but it still looks like it's not going to be enough. They're not going to be able to take advantage. Cameroon shooting just 31% from the field still.
Nasri wants to get back in for Tunisia. It may be too late though.
First double-digit lead of the game, 45-55. Tunisia need to do something quickly right at the end of the shot clock, and it's swatted away as Anna Achiri says a cheerio.
Now, I think there's 1 second left on the shot clock. What have Tunisia got in the 1 second playbook? Coach is imploring them for something. It's got to be a quick shot. Well, it's been reset to 14 for some reason. It didn't touch the rim. Oh my goodness me.
Well, that is a gift of a 2 for Longlak. Wrapped with a bow on it.
Coach has got his head in his hands.
3.5 minutes to salvage a 12-point hole.
The mismatch there. Distinct mismatch.
She was saying that Nasria threw an elbow.
Not for the first time. Out of bounds again.
Some really good Cameroon support behind that basket that Tunisia are looking to attack. We've got a stoppage with 3:19 remaining, 9 on the shot clock. It's a foul, so
off the ball holding foul there. But still out of bounds Tunisia.
Shot clock reset to 14. Deep inbound pass again. Lubiri looking to attack Longlak.
At the moment, Tunisia can't get an open look.
The passing lane just wasn't there to Nasria. Shot clock down to the final 3 now, and they get it to go. Hamrouni. Boy, does she need to step up with just 3 minutes to play. That's only 6 points for her now, after an average of 15 through the first 3 games. 10 points the difference. Valegi. And Mfula for 3. The bank open for Mfula. They can't answer back at the other end. Tunisia, 2.5 to play. It looks like it's Cameroon's place in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Tunisia have lost their heads a little. And they're walking on defense now.
20-7 here in the fourth to Cameroon. Hesitation from Longlak. The miss, the offensive rebound. Flip back up and in by Achiri.
Desperation timeout for Tunisia, but it's almost certainly too late. 2:10 to go. Can they make up 15 points? It's doubtful.
Looks like Tunisia are going to finish 1 and 3. High fives all round on the Cameroon bench. It looks like they're going 2 and 2. It looks like they're going to the quarter-final, and those fans know it. Timeout call with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play here. Tunisia 47, Cameroon 62.
Not an awful lot of positive body language in the Tunisian timeout, understandably so. It has all gone south very quickly.
You see the top scorers for Cameroon, 22 Valeji, 16 for Lonlac. She's really picked it up in the fourth quarter. Valeji's been doing it all game long.
This is the true Cameroon, really. They have the advantage, a considerable advantage, over a very good Tunisian side.
They do have the advantage in terms of experience as well, having been all the way to the final 2 years ago on home court. And they're looking to continue the defence of their silver medal.
That's been the story of the fourth quarter for Tunisia. Misunderstandings, wrong decisions against a very good Cameroonian team.
Lonlac just holding on to it, taking those precious seconds off the game clock. Working in the final 10 seconds of this shot clock, missing the layup. Quick release down the floor to Luberi. They've got to be quick, Tunisia, and there's a foul called on Bianja.
Smart foul under the circumstances, because that's only the fourth.
Non-shooting foul, so they will inbound from the baseline. 90 seconds to play. Oh, what a balance on the baseline that was. And the pass from Abinku as well.
Surely now, Cameroon run the clock. Yeah.
Sensible from Umbianja. Again, they'll work in the final seconds.
And they've spread the floor.
They've got to shoot now. It really is working in the final seconds. Well, not working at all.
But even if Cameroon get 3 shot clock violations now in the last minute, they're going to win the game.
1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. At the line is Wafa Luberi. A chance to move into double figures, and the only player there for Tunisia is Ben Meklier on 10. We've seen 2 significant performances in scoring from Cameroon. Valeji's 22 will write the headlines. Lonlac stepping up in the fourth. Was only 4 of 18 from the field through the first 3 quarters. She's 3 of 5 in the fourth. It was her little burst of scoring at the start of this quarter that really started this breakout performance from Cameroon. 10 now for Luberi. The timeout called with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Tunisia 49, Cameroon 62.
Cameroon coach Guy Moody just making sure his players don't make any silly mistakes now. They're leading by 13, 65 seconds to go. They should not lose.
We're seeing all the Malian flags and banners being hung around this arena as their fans pour in for the next game, as they take on the Central African Republic.
On évite de courir la balle. On va poser les 2 pieds. Jump stop. Don't run with the ball. Papa, jump stop.
It's the penultimate group stage game for all of these nations. and they will finish the group campaign tomorrow. But it looks as though it's really going to end here for Tunisia.
Having got so close to Angola as well. They lost that one by 7, and a fourth quarter collapse here against Cameroon. The points difference is going to make any difference at all in this. All Cameroon need is the win. Yeah, they're running the clock religiously.
Across to the far side, they'll take a 3 now in Fula. Rebound Nasria, only 45 seconds to go though, and turns straight back into Lonlak's hands. She attacks the basket and scores.
Another quality move from Lonlak, left-handed layup.
So her and Valedji have combined for 40 points out of Cameroon's 64. Benmeklia to Nasria. Can't grab the handle. And call for the unsportsmanlike, yeah. And the shot clock will be turned off at the end of the game.
What a disappointment for Coach Abdallah. For 3 quarters of this game, he did a great job. His players responded brilliantly. But you have to hold your hands up. It's been a terrific fourth quarter from Cameroon.
They have outscored Tunisia 24-9 here in the fourth.
Well, I certainly didn't see that one coming, Tim. I thought it was going to be close all the way. But all credit to Cameroon. They showed why they were silver medalists last time.
It is quite remarkable. We've got a 15-point margin in this game now. It was within 5 all the way until a few minutes into this fourth quarter. Final 20 seconds.
Don't foul now, Tunisia. There's no point.
Lonlak, crossover onto the left hand. Asena with the 3. Almost bounced through. Tunisia still fancy one more attempt. They're not going to get it. A shot clock violation or a game clock violation at the end of the game, and that will do it. The defending silver medalists, a quarter-final bounder game. Cameroon with a monster fourth quarter, 24-9 to win the game, 64-49 over Tunisia.
Great performance from the silver medals from last time. 15-point differential in the end after being tied after 3 quarters. All credit though to Tunisia, ranked a lot lower than their opponents tonight, and a gallant performance, if in the end a losing performance.
High fives all round. For the Cameroon players, the disappointment etched on the face of those Tunisian players. The 2 key players stepping up for their team, Lonlak and Valedji, combining for 40 of Cameroon's 64 points. 22 Valedji, 8 of 13 from the field, 7 rebounds, by far and away her best game of the competition. Lonlak with 18, and a large proportion of those in the fourth after she put a disappointing 3 quarters behind her. As we see the rebounding numbers, Cameroon winning their turnovers critical, Tunisia almost twice as many, and it's Cameroon who are going to be moving on to the quarterfinals. As we see some of those leaders, Valedji 7 rebounds as well as those 22 points, and the top scorers, those 2 there combining for 40. Just 2 in double figures for Tunisia, and they only had 10 apiece, Benmeklia and Luberi. But you see how important Valedji and Lonlak were. Nobody outscored more than 6 for Cameroon. So the quarter-final picture starting to take shape. In this group, it's Cameroon who take the edge over Tunisia and move on to the final 8. The final score in this crunch matchup was Tunisia 49, Cameroon 64.